Today I am making the pepper bacon mac and cheese, which is from the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival recipe book. I did look up to see if this was available on Amazon, and sadly it's not. I bought this in the parks, but hopefully maybe you can find it around because it's got a ton of great recipes from the Food and Wine Festival over the years. This was their celebratory 20 years of the Food and Wine Festival book.
We will put the recipe in the description below.
So I've done a lot of prep work on this already. The first thing I had to do was cook the pasta according to just the average the directions that come with, see, it's even dripping water, see, and it says to drain it and set it to the side. Done. It also said to cook the pepper bacon until crisp. Chop and set to the side. So I've set to the side, but I have not chopped yet.
That is a thing of beauty. If anyone's listening, that is a bouquet of bacon.
It smells pretty good in here right now, I'm just saying. Oh. Okay, so then you're supposed to save some of the grease from the bacon when you make it, and I do my bacon in the oven. So I save some of the grease, and it says to heat the grease in a medium skillet over medium heat for 3 minutes, which is kind of what's been going on here. Then to add onion, green pepper, red pepper, and jalapeno. So again, in prep, I have already pre-cut the red pepper. I've got some orange pepper in there too. We're using a half cup of diced white onions as well, which is right here. Then half cup diced green pepper and a half cup diced red pepper, 3 small jalapeno peppers seeded and diced. This all took a lot of time. So that would bore you to tears if you sat and watched me do that. So we skipped that part. I think I care of that already. And we're gonna sizzle. So that needs to saute for 3 to 5 minutes. We're gonna start making the cheese sauce. So what I've got is 2 cups of heavy cream. Again, you're gonna have to like walk a few miles like you do at Epcot after you eat this. Well, I gotta wait for it to simmer a little bit, and then we're gonna slowly add in a lot of cheese. I always end my days at Epcot. When I first started going to Walt Disney World when I was young and foolish, I didn't like Epcot. It was my least favorite park. I went for several years to going to Walt Disney World with never even setting foot in Epcot because I was stupid that I grew up. The reason, by the way, that I didn't like Epcot was because it didn't have a lot of rides. And I was very ride focused at that time. And then I got wise and realized there's plenty of rides. So go to the other parks and do that, and then go to Epcot to eat and to wander. Now it's hands down my favorite park. Mm-hmm. Okay, I have sauteed the onions and the pepper mixture. The vegetables are warm, still crisp. I've kind of set it to the side. So kind of waiting for the cream to heat up a little bit.
So how long did it take you to prep all of this?
Well,
once you had the ingredients, because I know that was an adventure in itself.
Well, getting ingredients right now is just a little bit more, it's not always so easy. You can't always get everything that you want. And I specifically actually picked this recipe because they were simple ingredients. Bacon, lots of cheese, macaroni, peppers, stuff that really isn't hard to get a hold of right now.
So you chopped up all those peppers and the onions. Could you do frozen if you couldn't find any fresh? Do you think?
Probably. As a matter of fact, I did freeze these because I had ordered a lot of green peppers and onions and stuff. I hate chopping, but if I'm gonna buy peppers and jalapenos, I will buy them and cut up a bunch of them and kind of portion them out into Ziploc baggies and stick them in the freezer so that I've got them for future use. What took time was cheese. Some friends of mine who cook a lot taught me this. They used to tease me about the fact that I would buy bags of shredded cheese. This is a joke. I didn't believe it until I tried it myself. It is legitimately a completely different taste if you buy a block of cheese and grate it yourself. This prep took me a little while because I grated all the cheese. So as far as how much cheese there is, there's a pound of shredded cheddar cheese. And it didn't say medium, mild, sharp, so I just went medium. A 1/4 pound of shredded Monterey Jack cheese, and a 1/4 pound of sliced American cheese, because I don't think they sell American cheese in blocks. Maybe they do, I don't know. But so that was actually easy because it came, you know, from a deli. 2 ounces of shredded Gruyere cheese. Now, Gruyere cheese is one that a lot of people don't use and don't hear about too much, but it is essential to this recipe. Gruyere cheese has a very nutty flavor to it, but it's not cheap. If the Disney chefs say it's good, you follow the recipe. Heated the cream in a large saucepan over medium heat. When it begins to simmer slowly, we're going to slowly stir in all of the cheese. Slowly stir in all of the cheese. So this is going to be stuffs. So we can keep talking as I'm slowly stirring in the cheese.
So you need a big pot because you're melting almost 2 pounds of cheese.
Shh. I've never made this before, so.
Ooh. Nice.
It's either going to work or it's not. So yeah, I'm really putting myself out there.
Well, see, this is where the beauty of TV magic comes in. Even if you take a bite, you force a smile. If it tastes terrible.
It's fabulous.
The behind the scenes. You can see it's getting really thick.
Oh my goodness.
It looks like your whisk, it's bending.
Oh my gosh.
Under the pressure, the mountain of cheese.
Yeah, the whisk is like, Uncle! We need a big bowl. Big bowl. We are going to put this 3 tons of cheese. That looks really good. The pasta, the veggies.
And we're gonna do a voiceover here of ah.
Oh my god. Okay. Now I'm gonna try and mix this all together without making a huge mess on my kitchen counter, because I don't know about you, but I'm not that great at keeping it all in the bowl.
No food left behind.
No. I've worked hard for this. Okay, I need to rest.
Wine break. Okay, so these festivals, they're churning out a ton of these recipes.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see one of those behind the scenes of their industrial size super kitchens making up these batches.
Ugh, no, can't get my head around it. I'm gonna put some cooking spray in this pan because I have a feeling that this would stick. Just a feeling.
So what size dish is that?
This is a 9 by 13.
Okay.
Yeah, it smells terrible. Just saying.
You know how, like, when kids play video games, they tilt their head, you know, whichever way they need to get going? I was tilting my head so I could see the rest of the bowl as it poured out into the dish.
Leave no pasta behind. Oven's ready. Okay. pour into 9 by 13 inch baking dish and top with breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. It says to use a half cup. We are now going to bake for 15 minutes or until the breadcrumbs are golden brown. I am notorious for forgetting to set my timer.
And you walk away and you're like, what's that smell? Timer.
Okay. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. I'm now going to retrieve the bacon. The bacon. I retrieved the bacon and both dogs are here. Hey, Bean. Hi, Bean. Hi, Bean. So I know you can't see this, the angle you're at. So I'm just cutting up the bacon.
Now Lori is the one who has got us all trained very well to be taking pictures.
Always take pictures of your food. Always take pictures of your food.
I think at this point on my new phone, I may have more pictures of food than of my children.
My work here is done. So I've got the bacon all kind of crumbled up a little bit, chopped up, and it says to just sprinkle over the top. Yeah, it needs more.
So how much bacon did you cook up?
I cooked up the whole package. The recipe calls for 8 slices. But I never cook just part of the package. I cook the whole thing, and then if I don't, whatever I don't need in the recipe, I just put in the fridge and put it on a sandwich or whatever. Or you would just eat it. Now the other thing it calls for is it says to chop up some green onions to put on top for color and flavor too, of course. But I'm not going to do that at this point because I am going to be cutting this up and sharing it with friends. And so I'm going to cut up the onions and put them in individual cut up the green onions and put that in individual baggies so people can add it. I don't want to put the green onions on there and then have it sit in the fridge. Green onions should be kind of more fresh. It should, because of the jalapeños and the peppers, should have some nice color mixed in. And yes, the edges are a little crispy.
Oh, I can see the steam. A steam of flavors. I feel like a kid at Christmas at a toy store where their faces are pressed up against the screen, the windows. Money shot.
Now let's see how it tastes, shall we? It's really too bad you didn't make this with me. Oh, I didn't get any bacon. Come on. I won't sit here and eat in front of you. Anyway, so that's the pepper bacon mac and cheese. As far as the booths at the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, this isn't so international. This one is from the Farm Fresh booth, which debuted in 2014. So that's it. Pepper bacon mac and cheese.
You're not burning your hands. You are picking up a hot tea.
It's not that bad. That was my end shot.
It looks really good.
So there you go.